minus 10, 9, 8. We have a go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Pepe. Welcome to Rockets Radios. We have a special guest this morning. We have Nicole, NH2OM, the Hacking Ham, and her link to her channel is pinned to the chat. And we have plenty of space news, and we'll take care of some housekeeping for to start, and then we'll bring her on in, and we'll go through it. So to start off, again, Nicole's channel is pinned to the chat. And we also have our Discord. By all means, please join the Discord. We have plenty of satellite discussion, equipment, ham radio, the whole thing. So hop in there and do the Discord. And of course, the FM satellite sheet. We got there, and we'll screen share it. So what we have here, normal thing, everybody's familiar with the FM satellite sheet for now. I have to remove Arctic Sat. Haven't got that far. SSTV, so currently UMCA 1 and Monitor 3 are both active. They are transmitting the same SSTV images as of yesterday. So get on there and try to catch those images. And you can always look up where to submit for your QSL and get a nice digital QSL from those guys. So Tevil, according to reports, Tevil 2.5 has become active. Per David, 4 X-ray 1 Delta Golf. He says, we are trying to activate the transponders of some Tevil satellites. We have random restart problems that are turning off the transponders. Therefore, they are not declaring it active since the service cannot be reliable and create confusion. So that's that. We'll do some good mornings here. So Dave Hillbilly Ham was in there first, and then of course Pepe. He always likes to get in there early. So good morning to you, Pepe, or good evening to you. Bob, Uncle Bob is in the chat. And of course Rob, Digital Rancher. Good morning, Rob. Who else do we have? And of course Nicole's in the chat. And then Jeff, K3JRZ. What's up, buddy? Brecker. Good morning, Brecker. Ham KJ5. Made it for the free food. Good morning. And Clay's in there. November Echo 6 Zulu. What's up, Clay? So welcome to everybody. And thank you for hopping on the stream. As always, you can... I'm not an affiliate by any means, but if you are looking to see what I use for satellite stuff, satellite gear, the bags I use, etc., you can hop on my Amazon list. I've added a few more things to it. So by all means, check that out. So last, and of course, here, let me do this. Gotta give a shout out to James here. So James, Quirky QRP on Etsy. Hop on here and give him some support. He's very supportive of the community. Does a lot of giveaways with a lot of different YouTubers. This is a new item. He got the the live stream last week, and he actually added this shirt. Bro, do you even adjust for Doppler? So that'll be coming. I gotta put in my order today. So yeah, give him some support. And then if you use the code Quirky Kaboom at checkout, you will save $5 off $50 or more, and you get free shipping. Another new one that he added here was this cool ham radio Hawaiian print shirt. And of course, that's going to be on my list as well. I don't know if I'll go, Burt Reynolds with the buttons, but I will definitely be getting one for Hawaiian Shirt Friday. So give him some support. He supports us, and we do appreciate it. Hey Gary, good morning. Hey, yeah, like that, Rob? Nice shirt, huh? So what I wanted to do is talk about my week. So Monday I was in an accident, and I've been pretty much down all week, very bruised ribs, etc. So Jeep down. That's my Jeep. We were both going northbound. I was in the left lane, he was in the right, and then he decided he wanted to go left. So this is my Jeep. Snap the axle clean in half, the axle housing. So that's my poor JL. So speaking of nice shirts, Rob, there's your nice decal on the window. There's no way of salvaging it. But yeah, I took more damage hitting those concrete barriers than anything. So that was that was my Monday. So, but anyway, what can you do? As long as everybody's okay, things are just things, right? Hey, 45. Good morning. Let's see. Other news. Oh, here we go. So there's some news back in the news from the FCC about the 900 megahertz band. So this is back up into discussion. The FCC has recently enacted rules to expand the broadband in the 896, 901, 935 to 940. This proposal seeks to reconfigure the lower 900 megahertz band, so 902 to 928, which affects us directly as far as Mesh-Tastic and Mesh-Core go. So they're essentially trying to encroach on that band to build high-power 5G network for advanced geolocation and positioning, navigation, and timing, PNT. If enacted, this reconfiguration would alter up to 15 megahertz of the 28 megahertz band and also the 900 megahertz band. So it's, it seems like they're just selling off, and, I haven't been a ham as long as some folks in the chat, but it seems as though a lot of prime real estate is getting sold off. Now I understand the 900 megahertz band isn't ham specific, but it does affect a bunch of different things in that unlicensed portion of 900 megahertz. So it's something to keep an eye on and see what goes with that. I mean, they've already started dishing the 400 megahertz 70 centimeter portions of that band to that satellite company there. I can never think of it when I'm on the spot. But yeah, so they keep dishing out temporary permissions and emergency provisions, things like that. So it's kind of a bummer, but what can you do? We'll just keep an eye on it and see what goes with it. Another thing in the news, yet again, ARRL's petition to seek to expand high-frequency privileges for technician class licenses to attract newcomers and improve licensee retention. This proposal specifically requests limited phone, RTTY, and digital privileges in portions of the 80, 40, 15, and 15 meter bands. Phone privileges, so 80 and 75 meter band, phone privileges in the 3.9 to 4.0 megahertz subband. 40 meter band, phone privileges in 7.225 to 7.300. And 15 meters, phone privileges 21.350 to 21.450. Access within current technician allocations on the 80, 40, and 15 meter bands. So that's another one to keep an eye out. I'm not against it. I think technicians will be. We will have more retention of technicians if we get them on HF. Once they feel the HF, they'll catch the bug and it would be good. Yeah, digital would be good. I'm not saying that a lot of younger techs are usually younger, but being more tech minded, getting on FT8 and things like that, digital portions of the band, I think it would be good for them. And then the argument, of course, is always, hey, if you want those privileges, upgrade. Sure. Not all people are good test takers, nor are they, less intimidated than some folks. They've earned the technician status. I think giving them a little bone would be good, and it'll make the bands more active, right? I think a lot of technicians would have a blast going do POTA and things like that. I think it would really stretch the hobby to people who are likewise not really interested. A lot of people don't like CW, or they don't want to put the effort in to learn CW. So you can say technicians have all these privileges and all these bands via CW. CW is hard. And it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of practice. So, giving them a little slice of phone privileges in those bands would be nice. Other than that, I think that's really all I have for news. There's some other news that I will go through here. But what I would like, ASD Space Mobile, thank you. It's always on the tip of my tongue, Robert, and I always space on it, and I should write it down in my notes here. But so other than that, weather's been decent. We have a couple of storms brewing. We'll keep an eye on those, see what happens. My M2 Leo sat packs just got delivered, so I'll be picking those up today. Or not today, tomorrow when the actual post office opens. It is Sunday for us. I did get another Carlson. I got the 50-inch Carlson rooftop tower, and that'll go on the other side of the roof to clear the second-story building behind my house, so I can get good passes on it. And then all I need is the 5500 rotator from Yaesu, do the split, and go from there. I've already got the studs and everything else. I basically piecemealed with Robert's issues, having issues getting the actual separation kit. I've essentially built it from pieces. The only thing I will need, and Robert, I'll get with you offline, is I need to know the spacing for the C clamps, I guess you would call them, and make sure I have the right ones, and then I'll definitely be separating it. What coax do I use? I use ABR coax, not exclusively, but I do. I use Messi and Plony. However, with the tariffs and things like that, it's becoming increasingly more expensive. And then I found Chuck and Shannon through ABR. Fantastic people to work with. I don't know what kind of magic shipping they use, but it gets here in less than a week. Custom coax lengths, cables, colors, connectors. I love being able to build the coax there. ABR RG316 is good. I use 240, 316. Oh, let's see. And obviously you can get different sheaths for various different things. I can't even read. Yeah, so all the coax that I use for satellites are 316, and then you have two 150, so RG58, and then I use RG 240, and it works out well. I'll be using 400 for the sat ground station, and just keep trucking with it. I love ABR. I love the customer service. I love that it is U.S. made. So support Chuck and Shannon over at ABR. If you have any questions, they're more than happy to answer. Hey, Sean, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. And Roger, I didn't see you in there. Good morning, buddy. Anybody else pop in? Sean, good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone. No, thank you all for joining and stopping in. So what I want to do now is I would like to bring in our guest. Her name is Nicole. She is November Hotel 2 Oscar Mike, or Old Man. She gets razzed pretty good about it, but she likes it. Likes that call sign, so that's good. She has a sense of humor, and her YouTube channel is Hacking Ham. So let's bring her in and have a nice discussion here. And there she is. Hey, Nicole.
Hey there.
Good
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
You want to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so my name's Nicole. I just got my ham radio license. I think it was last year, right? I think it was like November last year.
2025, yep.
It feels like it's been forever, but yeah. So yeah, November 2025. I'm really excited. I rebranded the channel. I used to do YouTube before and completely different topics. And I used to do like gaming streaming. So this is very out of my element. So my background actually is most of my background is early childhood education. So I was a teacher. I worked in development and in child development. And then I became a computer science teacher. And then that is where the tech in me kind of took off. And I explored the area of cybersecurity and decided to go back to school after some time of being away. So my concentration is in digital forensics and encryption. So it's very, very hard. So it's such a learning curve for me, but it's really exciting and it's a really good career change. And then it's funny that I got into ham radio sometime in 2018. I was a doomsday prepper, and I felt like that would be a really good, really good thing to get into. And then I realized that you needed a license to operate, and so I was kind of putting it off because the idea of taking a test was intimidating. And then finally, I was like, you know what? There's really no excuse. I should just do it anyway. And then I later found out while I was in my schooling that it would actually integrate really well in the hacking space, and understanding RF would really help and benefit with that. So, yeah, I just love that it integrates so well with the two things that I really enjoy. And that's kind of where it's taken off. So with my channel, I plan on doing some hardware hacking as well as kind of implementing some of the experience that I've had in controlled environments of hacking. So obviously I can't really disclose a lot of information that would be used for malicious intent. And Yeah, so I got kind of have to tread lightly. So I have a few videos that are coming up, and I'm definitely going to be doing the satellite rig. So that's one of the bigger videos that I'm doing, and that's it.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, like Chris had said, hacking and radio are like two peas in a pod. So yeah, especially nowadays with the amount of digital technology integration with ham radio, I think you've got a nice niche into the community. So what as far so you've been a ham for less than a year. So what are your main interests on the ham radio side that you would say really pique your interest?
Well, you got me into satellites. So I felt like with ham radio, you can be pulled in so many different directions. So when I
Yeah.
first started, I wanted to do POTA, and just the logistics, like where we're at, just does not really cater too much to POTA. And so I just decided, oh, well, let's just pick something that I could just hone in on before I start going off and trying to get good at everything
Yeah.
or, like try to get good at everything. So that is just like what I'm just going to be focusing on as of right now.
Yeah. Chris. Uh, so what interests you about satellites? I know that I push it heavily on all the members of the club, but what in that aspect kind of took you that way?
So uh, Liam really, like my husband, he really knows a lot about satellites, which is surprising to me because he's like one of those veterans that doesn't really talk about much. And and so he would talk about it, and I felt like it would be like just a good area to get into. And we're just really, really deep into space, just in general. And so um do I know like everything or a lot about satellites? Really no, but the interest is there just because I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with getting into satellites, where are you with so what are you working on now?
Well, I have not worked anything, and have basically pieced, as you know, have just been piecing together everything to start working them. So, I mean, that's just what I'm just focusing on right now is just getting up and getting out there and doing
Yeah.
it and
Yep.
stop, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, just stop making excuses and stop getting so busy that I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah. Yep. So your kit is pretty similar to mine. What do you have for a radio and antenna, and what do you
So I have the Yaesu 310, and the antenna is the Arrow. Uh, yeah, that's pretty that's pretty much what I got. And again, I'm just gonna be doing a video on putting that all together. I've been watching a lot of Digital Rancher videos too,
Yep.
because you said that you kind of like incorporated what he had, and so I'd like to see the two and how the contrast is,
Yep.
and see
Yep.
where I need to like improve.
Yeah, so when I first got started, Robert Digital Rancher was a big influence, and another guy in the chat, Kilo Hotel 6 Whiskey India, Eric. He did a really well done kit build on his roving satellite setup. Um, excuse me. And he step by step he puts it all together on his video. So if you ever get curious, Eric's is a little closer to what both of us have built. And he's very thorough about it. Robert is running the 2730, which allows him to do different configurations because the head is detached. So he runs the Eberly stock bag, and I know Eberly stock just released a new bag, chest rig, where it finally put the molly back on the front. you can just take influence from so many different people. And like I tell
Hmm.
everybody, when you're building your kit, you know, it's what you prefer. It's all comfort level for yourself. And once you start working these satellites, you'll always find something on your rig that you want to change. Or, well, I don't like this phone holder, or I don't like this pouch
Yeah, for
here.
sure.
I don't, you know. And so there's always that level of making it better. No matter how good you have it, it's always going to change. It's always evolving. And you'll find that out quickly once you start working the satellites.
Hmm.
And then especially here, you know, with the mountains down south, or hills as I call them, you're you're gonna realize which passes. So kind of this the silly part about Guam is, if the satellites are on the east of us, there's no point in working them because it's just ocean, right? So
Hmm.
so we kind of half our passes essentially, because if they're, I mean, you can get somewhat east side passes once they go north, and you can start hitting Japan, but the footprint on the FM satellites are a lot smaller. So we kind of tend to look at passes that are on the west of the island or directly overhead. And you get everything from Australia up to Japan, and all the islands in between, if people end up having a holiday out to Rhoda and Saipan and things like that. So it's I wouldn't say it's not as, it's definitely not as easy as the States, because you can work 365 or 360 degrees around yourself, where here, like I said, your passes are cut completely in half. So it's interesting. Got to have them all
Yeah.
ready.
And so one of the things, the reason why I wanted to like really get into satellites more so, not only because you push me, but I do like that I have like a physical contact with you. Like
Yeah.
so if I have any questions, I can actually go there and see what you're doing rather than trying to, I'm a visual learner, so that helps too.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's I'm the same way. So you know, as I'm working, you know, I had another, basically my son's iPad, and I was watching how they're doing it. You know, Robert and Eric, and then I'm doing my thing here, looking at two different screens. It was interesting. Oh, 73, Gary. Can you work Hawaii on RS-44? I'll let you know, Clay, once I get my 9700 up. Um, you are close to the equator, so you don't get as many passes in
Hmm.
a row. Yeah, that's correct, Eric. Um, the benefit of being close to the equator, though, is we get the opportunity to work IO86. So with RS-40, Eric, were you able to hit Guam on RS-44? Just thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it's close. I would think so. I'm looking at G Predict now, and it looks to be that I could. So Bricker is asking,
Hmm.
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bricker, APRS, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get the 310, because it's capable of doing that. So, in the event that I find out that I want to ditch satellites, I could do more than that.
sorry, I'm just updating this here.
But yeah, a woman pack. Yeah.
A woman pack.
Yeah, it's a woman pack.
So what other things are you wanting to do with your 310? APRS, BBS. I think you wanted to do a man pack, woman pack.
Yeah, woman pack.
So Eric says, when I was in Wisconsin, you could run 3 to 4 passes of the ISS 90 minutes apart. but close to the equator, you only get 1 to 2. That is very true, Eric. Especially when the passes, some passes are on the west side of us. And then Clay says West Coast is kind of the same. When they go down to the west, it's real quiet. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's, you take what you can get. Again, IO86 usually fills that void over the weekend. Satmatch says Hawaii to Guam is doable. Well, there you go, Clay. So, Nicole, I don't know how deep into the rabbit hole you've gone as far as satellites are concerned. So we're basically getting you set up for working FM satellites. So once you kind of get into that, you're going to want more and more. And then you start looking into linear satellites. So linear satellites are more so like working HF. You have uplink and downlink, but there's a band space on a linear satellite where you can go in between rather than staying on a certain uplink and downlink. You can traverse through this band space just like any other band on HF and work that bird. And the thing about linear satellites is they're a lot higher, so their footprint is bigger. And like Clay said, linear satellites seem like they're going to open up a bunch of contacts for you. So and the reason why I tell everybody, and which was odd because in the AMSAT book, it states that they don't recommend you buy a radio exclusively for FM satellites, which I don't agree with. I think working FM satellites get you in the door. A lot of these full duplex radios like your 310, they don't just do one job. They're able to work satellites, but you can use it as your base rig, your mobile rig, and then when you're ready to take on a FM pass, a satellite, you just throw it in your pack and work the satellite. I don't think there's anything negative about working or buying a rig for FM satellites, if that makes sense. But so with linear satellites, the price to play, as it were, is a lot higher. The radios are more expensive because you need a rig that will do 2 meter single sideband, or you need two radios. You need 2 meter single sideband, 70 centimeter single sideband. In Eric's case, he's running 2 705s, so he's got a big old honking rig that looks like he's controlling a nuclear submarine. But all these radios that have the capability of linear satellites, with the 2 meter single sideband, 70 centimeter single sideband, they're a lot more expensive. And I think, where's Frankie? Oh, Frankie says we're all good. So the price of entry to, realistically, you don't need a cage. All you need is a bag and an antenna, right? And I don't think it's too bad. Is the AMSAT book older? There were a lot more radios that were made back 15, 20 years ago. Eric, I want to say it's fairly new. Let me see if I can't. Do I have it in here? I thought I had it in here. Here we go. Let's see. Let me bring Nicole.
Yeah, but I'm still falling down the rabbit hole.
So, Eric, this is the book I was talking about. Let me bring you guys over. So this was May 2025, Eric. Let's see. I hope I'm not muted. Okay. Let's see. I want to show this exact statement. Various different things. I mean, it's a good book overall. It's worth getting. It's got a lot of good information. Antenna system. Where's the radios? Radio system. All right, so it should be on this page. Sorry, I'm just trying to see where it's stated. And I mean, keep in mind, you can use 2 HTs. You can just to work FM birds. Curious. Oh, here we go. So on page 32 of the book, it says several FM mobile radios are full duplex. We do not recommend buying one of these radios just for operating FM satellites because you can't use them to operate SSB-CW satellites. If you already have one, by all means, go ahead and use it. And then they give you a couple of different examples, all of which are no longer in production. Useful for situations in addition to FM satellite operation. Unfortunately, none of these radios are in production. So it definitely needs to be updated, especially with the release of all the new Yaesu radios. But yeah, it's I don't pay that statement in the book any mind. With the options that we have now, with the UV Pro HT, I think the Kenwood D74, which is no longer in production. Again, I will always push everybody into working satellites, and it's just one of those things. Like I tell everybody, just go out there and try it. And Nicole's, you're not the only new person to this. Bob just ordered a 310. Chris has a 310. Rob says that is a new edition of the older book. Yeah, so Eric, there is a list, and I don't know where I should have probably copy and pasted the reference, but there's, I want to say, a Swedish station that keeps track of all the full duplex radios. And I did shoot an email over at some point saying, hey, just so you know, it was confirmed that the 500, the 510, the 300, the 310, the 150 are all full duplex radios. All they had listed at the time was the FTM 400. Yeah, and that's another part of it too, Clay and Nicole. I know that you showed some interest in SSTV.
Yes, I did. I'm
So
trying to figure out who was in it. That was, I think it was Clay
me?
in the Discord that was showing the SSTV or footage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see. I don't want you to drop out. Where'd you go? Put you back in there. So let's see. So this, I just shared this today. And of course now I need to buy a Pi Pico, because anytime I see a project on anywhere that has to do with satellites, I have to go and do it.
Gotta have it.
So
Yeah.
SSTV decoder with Pi Pico. And I haven't clicked on this link yet. I literally just shared this morning. But UMCA 1 and Monitor 3, like we talked about, are doing SSTV. Let me see. Oh, here was the news about the Tevel 25 active. We all get to scroll through my X. Let's just do this.
Oh, hey, Jesse. See you in the chat.
Hey, welcome. Oh, this was interesting. While I'm here, so Graha Space is a Bengaluru-based company developing a nano satellite constellation that will allow for Earth observation via real-time video at 5-meter resolution. Its optical payload via SSTV signals, which can be received and decoded by amateur radio operators to view the images. Very cool stuff. Trying to find a decent post about. There we go. So this is a poorly decoded image here, Nicole. Now you can transmit your own SSTV. Just takes a computer and transmitting it over your radio, which is pretty neat. So here's a better.
I did not know that you could do that.
Oh, absolutely. So there's a program that you can download. It's called SSTV. It allows you to control your radio, listen through the radio to your computer to download on the spot as it's transmitting, or you can save the audio file for later and decode it. But this is generally what a SSTV image looks like here, and this was just recent. So there's a bunch. See, this is it decoding here. It's very slow. Why they call it slow scan. But here's all these different images of SSTV images.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, hey, look at this. 14 through 20 July SSTV. I was not tracking the ISS transmitting SSTV. But there you go. SSTV is transmitting from the ISS. Series 31. I apologize, folks. I did not catch this. I've been very busy this week.
Slacker.
I know. But the cool thing about it is you can, and that's why I asked if you had a audio recorder. It actually works better if you record from your phone. But you can just go out, catch usually 2 to 3 transmissions of SSTV. Just save that recording, and then there's an app on your phone where you can just play the recording into your phone, and it will decode right on your phone through the app. MMSSTV will do the same. As you can see, but so it's pretty cool. And again, like I said, once you get MMSSTV figured out, you can, like, if I wanted to send you a meme over my radio, you could receive it and decode it, and it's pretty fun. So it's something different. There's, again, a hobby within 1,000 hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
That also applies to satellites. It's back and forth. Back and forth.
We practice SSTV locally so the new guys can try before they do SATs. That's a good idea.
Off to the vet. All right, 73, Robert. Appreciate you coming by.
I'm way deep in the chat. You're just getting some of it.
I know it. I never said you were going to be here. Damn radio nerds. That's right. Tim is good. People love listening to his escapades with satellite. Thanks, Dave.
Escapades.
They are escapades. I test handy hands, most no hearing. It is addictive. We practice SSTV locally so the new guys can try before they do sets. Yeah, and the cool thing about SSTV too is if people have mic fright, or they're not comfortable with transmitting yet, whatever the case may be, or they don't have a license, you download or you receive the SSTV image, and anybody can be a part of it. It's just receiving, right? Robot 36 is the app. Clay, is that on iOS? What do I have for? What do I have?
Let me look at this.
Radio. So I use CQ SSTV. That is called Robot 36.
I don't have that on here. Is that for Android?
I think that's Android.
Hmm.
Clay, are you an Android fellow? Robot 72.
Yeah, I see Robot 72.
I'm gonna get it.
Maybe that's it.
No, I'm sure it's an Android thing. Um, but yeah, this is something you practice by yourself if you're not ready to catch on to the birds and start. I won't. I definitely won't talk it down. It when you're working a satellite pass, it's very busy. Um, you'll
Would
probably
you say discouraging for
no,
someone new? The
no,
pause says it
not
all.
not for me. It was, and only because you know
Mm.
I didn't have anybody to walk me through it. I just kind of went and just threw myself out there, and then it was just constant. I still to this day don't compute the full call sign in my head, so I'm always repeating back the last three. Unless it's a 2x2, I'll lose it and just say Lima Alpha Mike 59, or I'll say whoever it is. It's just one of those things. My brain does not process full call signs. When working IO86, Indonesia just stacks up. It's just a pile up every single time, and it can be overwhelming. But you have the ability to control the pile up, right? And the good thing about it is you don't have to remember all the call signs. You just work through the pile up, and that's what the recording's for. You go back afterward and say, okay,
Mhm.
this is who I've got. This is what I'm doing. Multiscan 3B for my MacBook. You need a stinking license. Go get your license. Go get it. Um,
Honestly,
so
as we started on Mesh.
you know what's
Yep, Mesh. Oh, hey, Ghost. Hey.
what's funny is I had Meshtastic. Um, it wasn't for me, and then I had given away all my mesh stuff, and then
I think it. Sorry,
go
I
ahead.
think it wasn't for you because it was like the only thing here. Like you were the only one
That was
here.
it. That was
Like
it.
it's not fun. Like if there's nothing else, you can't like there, you
Well,
can't go far.
yeah, and that was it. And so for you folks watching, so it was kind of funny when Typhoon Sinlaku came through. I just thought about it and I was like, oh, I'll turn on my Meshtastic. Um, Ended up picking up a guy that had been listening in to the Typhoon net,
Hmm.
and that guy ended up being Zach. And then, so you and Zach kind of came into the fold right around the same time, maybe a couple months off. And that Meshtastic contact turned into Zach getting his license, which was super cool. So both you and Zach, very, very smart people. Nicole embarrasses me on tech every day. Um, you know,
Eh.
so once you guys had gotten into the mesh, I started turning mine on and actually monitoring it. Um, and now the island is like getting flooded with Meshtastic.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. I
Um,
considered doing the techies show and doing a mesh-tastic thing, like a little mesh-tastic table for techies.
mm.
I don't have like the bandwidth to probably go out and just try to sell on Meshtastic. Like maybe Zach can, because I cannot say it as eloquently as I would explain it as eloquently as I would like to.
Well,
But it's awesome.
so Zach, who's another member of the club, he for these guys watching, he actually reached out to KB5UTY Dave. He's called Meshtastic Dave. He's in the chat. He's I don't know what you would call yourself, Dave, a representative or a vendor for oh my, let me think about it. What is I'm having a brain fart. Mesh dealer Dave for he's an enforcer. What is the thing called? Seed. He's a mesh pusher for Seed Studio rep. He's a representative for Seed Studio, and
Nice.
I guess Zach had reached out to Seed Studio and got basically like a learner's kit for the club. So our August meeting is him going through building mesh, and it's gonna be awesome.
No, that's awesome.
Mesh. So yeah, that was that's what triggered me back into getting into mesh was both Nicole and Zach, and of course I have my low mesh, and then I have the Seed Studios solar node that I've got to put up. Hey Brad, welcome to the stream. I've actually got to go back up to the roof this morning. Why did it blow away? Or no, you mounted it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm not echoed.
I want a low mesh. Yeah, so low mesh actually released a purple one, and I want the purple one. And they have belt clips now. Get me some plane tickets to Guam, and I'll come get you hooked. That's expensive.
That really is expensive.
Ugh.
That's put
So
a node in one of your radio towers. So isn't that what we were gonna do
yes,
with the solar node you have?
yes.
Yeah.
So Ghost, that C Studio solar node I've got is going to go up on the tower. The only reason why I haven't put it up yet is number one, the two typhoons, and then second, I'm waiting for a GMRS repeater to be ready with the mount because I only want to have to make the climb one more time, not multiple. It's not fun up there. The tower's old, so really 65, 70 feet is really as high as I am comfortable going on that tower. South Louisiana. Justin, good morning. So Nicole, how did you end up getting into mesh? Just part of that portion of the hobby, or how'd that
So I
how'd that
didn't
work?
know. I didn't want to when I got into it before I got my ham radio license because when I was getting like, in my schooling for cybersecurity, I had a lot of issues with the privacy. Like, when you're putting in your FRN and all that stuff that you put into the FCC, I kind of didn't want to. I was trying to do 7 years of no digital footprint. So like I just like kind of tapered off. And yeah, so I got into mesh because it was more private. So that's where it started. And then I was like, okay, well, I've been since the MySpace days, had a digital footprint since then. It's never going to go anywhere. You can't have 100%
Yeah.
anonymity, so it's like, why not? So yeah, so that's why I got into it. And also it was like for not having a license, it's the best way to get out there.
Yeah, I would agree. And anybody can do it. And it's definitely a space for getting your family involved. Like strapping one to my son's bag, and he can get on it, and he can't use his phone during school, but if he reads, I mean, of course I could text message him, but if cell network goes down, he can still get a text message from me.
Yeah, definitely. So like, with my son, he will take, if I know he's going to be in an area that is like absolutely zero cell service, I know that it can like ping pretty far from my location to wherever he's at. And so he'll take it, and he knows how to how to work. He has one of the T-decks, and so he'll just take it with him, and that's just a separate, like that's just in case of an emergency. So it's really good to have. I will say though, man, the LilyGo, like the battery capacity, like the battery life on that is really really low.
Yeah,
Like
I was gonna
it's
ask
not
you
that
about
great.
that.
So yeah. Yeah. So I actually went onto Etsy. There's someone who sells like the larger battery.
Yeah.
And then I got the oh my gosh, what is it called? The MK the Cipher one from Rack Wireless, I think. Oh, the name eludes me. One second. Hold on, let me grab it.
I'm the same. Whenever I'm on stream, I can't think.
Yeah, makes me look like a liar. Here, this one
That's pretty.
lasts a lot longer.
Holy,
It's really
it looks
good.
like you're holding a brick.
It looks like I'm holding a vape, right? Doesn't
Yeah,
it look like
yeah,
a very
large.
very obnoxious vape?
It's
Yeah. So it's really good. And let me see. Let me find it. Maybe it's not rack. See, when you order a lot of stuff,
Yep.
they start crossing. I start forgetting what it is.
Let's see.
Yeah, Ghost. I want that at Lavox beacon. I really, really want that. I think I'm going to purchase one of those.
Trucker clock.
I think that will hold up on a typhoon, definitely.
What's that? What's the one that looks like that, but it's bigger? That who makes that? Trying to think if anybody in the chat has one of those. Yeah, Bob.
Are you talking about?
I do. The low mesh is awesome. What is it? I think it's a giant big old thing with like 6 antennas going off the top.
I think that's the Atlavox beacon.
No.
You sure? Did
Yeah.
I show you it?
Who's that? Who's that competition for Seed Studios there? For the mesh. Not the Cyber Deck, is it? No, it's not the Cyber Deck. Spec 5, thank you. Thank you. Spec 5. Big old honking thing. Is it the Ranger? I think it's the Ranger. No, not the Ranger. All devices. Let's see.
Okay, so I need to get low mesh. Everyone just keeps talking about it.
The Nomad. Yeah, here, take a look at this thing. It's a big old honking, thing. Command Center add-on.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
The price, man.
I know. Low mesh is amazing, and Stavros has done a very good job at moving things forward. I mean, he's a one-man show, but so he's now got the Pocket Ranger, which is internal antenna. He's released a holster for it, and then a charging dock.
Pocket pager or Pocket Ranger? Pocket pager.
Or Pocket Scout. So yeah, they released the purple, which is nice looking. I have the tan.
Yeah.
But very, very well made. They're not 3D printed. They're injection molded, which I like. All right. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it, man. Hey, John 2.0.
Thank you.
Just shared the link for Louisiana. There's no way I'd pay $500 for a Node. Spec 5 is out of their mind charging so much for a 3D printed case. Eric, what is the one that you have? If you don't, I remember you mentioning it, and I can't think of what it was now. Work, chat, work. Hackberry Pie, thank you. That's the one. That is the one.
Hackberry.
This thing's awesome. Look at that thing. Yeah, Spec 5 is for people that just want ready to go and works set up. Running a Pi CM5 with 16 gig of RAM, 512 gigabyte SSD. Yeah, there's something out there for everyone, for sure.
There's so many gadgets out there.
I know. I can't take it. Were you able to get on the crowdfunding for the Cardputer Zero?
No, I missed it.
Yeah,
I missed it. I wanted to get that transparent.
Yeah, that one's
black.
Cool. Yep.
And all the accessories that came with it, but yeah, I missed it. So I got to wait for it to officially come out.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then wait, 3 months to get it. So that's how it is.
Yeah. So what as far as projects that you're working on, what do you have on the bench?
Oh, okay. So I got to work on the Hellhound. I definitely got to get that. But with the issue of lithium batteries being shipped here, I gotta start harvesting batteries from PS3 controllers. So I think I have one somewhere. So I've kind of just been putting it off because I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed for it. And I'm probably going to do a video on that too. Good content. So yeah, I got that. And then the what's the one that I got from you? The ADV.
The Cardputer
one?
Advance, yeah.
Yeah. So I got that one too. But you're going to be coming out with a video on getting that set up too, huh?
Which one?
Is that right? Am I misspeaking? For the where is it?
For this doodad?
That doodad, yeah.
No, maybe not a video, but
or you were gonna do it on a live stream or something?
Yeah, so what I wanted to show off here, which is super cool, if I can find it. Coming close. So Paul Stotzer came out with another update for the card set, and that's the one I showed on the live stream a couple of weeks ago. The whole issue was there was a bunch of a board and a bunch of wires to try to get the cat control working. Now with this update, he's basically got it down to a USB-C OTG dongle and a normal USB cat cable for direct connection to an IC9700. So I want to give that a go. U console, that's the one I was thinking of, Justin. Thank you. The U console.
Oh yeah, I want one of those.
Yeah. So like I said, Paul came out with the latest, greatest update. I'm going to flash that probably this afternoon and try to play around with it. 9700 will be on and up this afternoon as well, if I'm up to climbing up on my roof with my bruised ribs. But we'll see.
You're acting like you got into an accident or something.
Yeah. So I originally got the Cardputer to work with this guy, this QMX, because you could do FT8 straight from the Cardputer onto this thing, which is super cool. But Paul came out with CardSat and Squirrel. I went directly to that. And that's how it goes. I mean, I have so many projects on my project list. I still have the 2 amps that I got to bench test. I still have another APRS Digipeater iGate to set up. I gotta make the WinLink station for the club. I gotta actually install Oscar Watch on my Pi, and that's what we were discussing.
You got a lot going on.
I know, man. What do you got going on? You gotta have some stuff going on over there.
No, I got a lot of things going on.
Running a DigiPi for APRS. Let's see. Tennessee Blacksmith. Good morning. Okay.
Hello, Tennessee.
uConsole can be used for VHF, UHF.
Too.
All right. Let's see. uConsole. Let me go here. uConsole is the one that I was looking at. Oh, no, that's one. ClockPi.
So that I tried to purchase and it wouldn't ship here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looks nice. It looks like it's well made.
It's sturdy.
Yeah.
You can throw it. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't throw it, but.
Well, no, but like, you know, it's that's how sturdy it is. Or as it seems.
Yeah, it definitely does look. I mean, it's well made. I mean, but it's like anything else. You're not going to throw your computer unless it's a tough book. But even at that, I wouldn't throw it. Just interesting. Have you fiddled around with the oh my goodness. The jeez. Hold on. The Hack RF. Have you fiddled around with that at all?
No, I'm actually trying to see if I can pick up my hearing aids on it. So I think it was like a few weeks ago I tried it out, and then again, I've just been so busy with other things that I definitely need a hey geeky. Yeah, I definitely need to get on it. I'm trying to see if I can decode some things, and that's my plans with it. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, I just didn't have the time for it.
Yeah, it's so like I feel like with any tech thing, there's so much capabilities in it that like I love watching people who use things for different use cases, and it's like things that you just didn't know that you could do with it, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like the PortaPack has like so much potential. So I definitely need to sink my teeth into it.
Well, it's just like anything else. You know. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Geeky, how's the war driving coming? Where's NerdSec at now?
Justin says reticulum.
I'm terrible with keeping up with chat.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Tech Prepper had been working on some cool. Yeah, Justin, I saw that he's getting big into the reticulum. I haven't dove into it. Basically, when I get any one of these devices, the first thing I do is will it doom? And then after I doom, I put whatever I'm going to put on it, and then I kind of fade out and give it to somebody or lend it to somebody. Like
what were you using it for?
The Hack RF?
Yeah.
I was going to just hook it up to an antenna and start decoding weather satellites. But then I found that I'm better off with man, I am having such brain farts today. Yeah, so rather than running that big old thing, I just run the RTL SDR, and then just whatever sawbird I'm using to do weather sets, and it seems to work out pretty well. And then just take the transmission and decode it in sat dump, and it seems to work. I just don't have any. The PortaPack's good. I haven't attempted. I'm sure there's a way that you could decode on it. I haven't dove that far into it. And hand jamming weather satellites is kind of a pain. Made it into the top 20 war drivers in the world for a month, but had to leave for work again, so I couldn't keep up.
Ah.
So, Nicole, explain war driving to me like I'm a 4-year-old. Please.
So, how well can I explain it? Yeah, you're just driving around. So you could do like how can I explain this? You're basically capturing the signals, and so hold on. I did it a couple of times, and then I was like, you know what, wasting so much gas in Guam. Yeah, so searching for thank you, Kiki. Searching for RF signals and tying them to GPS. Yeah, so you could do it doesn't have to be like war driving. Usually less antenna is, I would say, I've always heard less antenna is sometimes better. And can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, so you'll get Wi-Fi signals. You can get mesh, because Zach has done the mesh core war driving, and yeah, he's one of the ones that when I was doing Wiggle, I was trying to figure out who was actually going around war driving too. But yeah, so you don't have to war drive. You can walk. You can just hang out somewhere and just get RF signals and tie them to locations.
So what? Again, 4-year-old mentality here. What is the point? What is the purpose of it?
The purpose of it?
What does it give you?
Well, it's just fun. Before, people would, when you're I think you mentioned it before that when you were war driving and you're getting someone's Wi-Fi password and all that stuff. It's just for fun. It's just for fun.
Snooping on RF, just kind of
getting
out there, seeing what you can get.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No good reason. Well, see, so when I was doing my red teaming and blue teaming classes and we were talking about war driving, there's really no, we discussed it before. There's really not much to war driving other than just seeing what's out there. And when we're we did it one time, and then we realized that it kind of didn't help with the gathering of information space, so the point of the big war driving event going on is to totally cover a given area that you pick.
No, and
you're looking to find flock cameras, finding and making.
So kind of geeky. Yeah. The whole idea of looking for flock cameras and marking them.
Yeah.
That's very prevalent today, especially with everything going on in the States. It doesn't really affect us over here, but I would find that information very handy. With the privacy intrusion that's going on in the States, I would say that that's actually a really good use for war driving.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the whole Pokemon Go thing. Just saw that.
Yeah. Wireless signals to help build a profile of local environment, track
Hmm.
infrastructure, increase overall situational awareness. That makes
So
sense.
when I was doing my hacking hearing aids video, basically the hearing aids can, they're pushing out RF, and it's able to get a GPS like mapping. It just does GPS mapping. So like in this instance, if I wanted to know how big your facility is and I knew that you had a hearing aid or some kind of device, my dog's here. Hey,
We got to get some doggo
come here.
time.
Come here. Come here. So yeah, if you wanted to, like, let's say you're in a secure location and you don't really want anyone to know where you're at. Well, if I'm able to get the RF data, I can probably map out how big your facility is.
Oh, that's cool.
And I can probably have a better idea of like where you're at spending most of your time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I feel like you kind of have to get creative. If I had malicious intent, I can probably get a lot from war driving,
Yeah,
especially if I know what signal yours is. I can pinpoint you from that.
that's very interesting. I mean, and before talking about it, it just didn't make any sense to me. What the point and purpose is, but
Mm-hmm.
when these guys brought up finding flock footprints, for example,
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge
Yeah.
example of that could be very handy. Or finding out like
So,
something on a traffic light. Is it a traffic camera? Is it what is it type of thing?
mm-hmm. So I think like in that space, if you're looking at war driving, that's the benefit, is that you get to see like everything and you could see what signals you're putting out too. So you have a way to prevent that. So this is the point where I'm almost wearing a like I'm gonna wear a tinfoil hat. I'm so paranoid. But yeah, it's you can find air tags. Yeah. Yes, agreed. It's really putting the privacy debate in people's minds. Yes. Yes.
Where was that? Yeah, this is a good point here. Most people don't understand they are walking radio stations, and that is a fair
Mm-hmm.
point. With everything that everything from Apple AirTags to hey Andy, good morning. Apple AirTags to your cell phone to, in your case, hearing aids, Bluetooth, anything, your watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything's giving out some sort of signal. Um,
Well, I think there was an incident where someone was using a running app on a and I could be like misspeaking on this, but I know I've seen it. They were using a running app on a aircraft carrier, and you can basically see like where the aircraft carrier is and like all of that information. So like if you think about that, like it's like it's all your information's out there, whether you think it is, like when whether you think it's not.
yeah.
So
Yep.
um I think it just brings awareness too, because I know that when I did my first war drive, I'm seeing like things, like I'm in my house and then I'll start war driving and I could just see all the signals and I'm able to know, and I look at it and I'm like, I see things that I didn't realize were putting off signals,
Hmm.
and it's all coming from me, like from my location, like TVs,
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah, it's amazing what I mean. Even people's dryers and refrigerators now, and that was a big part of Gaston, the tech preppers videos. Is he's trying to lower his digital footprint, where he doesn't buy TVs like Samsung smart TVs because they want you to sign up for this app just to run the TV or the dryer
mhm.
or whatever the case may be. So he's
I'm
making.
very much
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm very much against the whole like whenever we're coming out with like whenever I'm getting new things, it's always like you got to download this app or scan this QR code.
Yeah.
And it's like, can I just like have a washer and dryer that does not need Bluetooth or anything like that, you
Yeah.
know? So
Yep.
I'm really trying to push. It's funny when you get into tech, like you realize like you want nothing to do with it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like as rudimentary as possible, like that's where I want to go.
I'm in the same boat there, Eric. Um, it does get a little extra. Um, it's just he generally has good content. The tech prepper we're talking about. Um, he does go a little extra, but I think the root of his message he's putting out is genuine, and I think it has some genuine use. The knowledge he's offering. Yeah, yeah. I mean, your remotes. Justin's correct. The remotes. I mean, lights, solar lights. You name it. It's giving off something in the gigahertz. Um, which is why I like my VX6. It's analog. It's like a tank, and I can get it wet. Um, it's just one of those things. You got to find the happy medium between how deep into the tech you get, and then be mindful of what you're putting out, I guess.
Took the approach of raising the noise floor.
Why isn't this working? Scroll down.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little paranoid when I'm online now.
Oh, that doesn't work. Security focus, but I'm also running his software on Ubuntu 22.10, which has been getting security patches, which hasn't been getting. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that, Eric. Did you shoot him an? He's usually pretty responsive. Did you shoot him an email about it? I mean, that's fairly old to be getting security patches. I've been in secure facilities where you're not even allowed to bring an ink pen because of what can fit inside it. Yeah, that's true, Justin.
Mm-hmm. And like watches, no smart watches. Even the psychological, like my biggest thing like in the cybersecurity space is the social engineering and the psychology side of it. It's like it's fun because you get into like the psychology of physical, like the the structural areas of secured facilities and like understanding how the reasons why things are built a certain way. And it's really like it's like my favorite part of like the whole social engineering aspect of it is my favorite part of it.
Yeah. No, and I would have never, even had an idea. You don't think about this type of thing unless you meet someone like it yourself, um, and you really wouldn't think about it until somebody says, "Hey, you got to start paying attention to what you got and what you're using, and how you're using it."
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to learn about. I just at this point I feel like it's kind of a lost case where you can only do so much
Yeah,
while
yeah,
still being connected.
yeah. It's definitely hard now. Like even like if you think about it, businesses need to have some kind of digital footprint too in order to get their things out, their product out. Um, and just connecting with people in general. Like there was a point probably in like the beginning parts of like the internet where you had a chance to get out and not have a footprint at all. And I think that we're at the point where we've surpassed that.
Yeah.
And so like with my kids, they're very very like no digital foot, like I'm like, you don't want to be like this is your chance to just not have one.
Right.
And really encouraging that until like they're at the point where they can. Because you see like kids on the internet now, like they're on there just doing like just being hooligans, you know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like it's always going to be there now, because there wasn't like, you know, like I said, in like the MySpace times where it's like you had a chance to get out probably,
Yeah.
and now you're like scrubbed from all that. Yeah, and now for us it's too far gone.
Well, yeah, we started in the it started out with AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and I feel like that was the time. Yeah.
that wasn't even as connected as stuff now. But then we walked into MySpace, and it's just look at poor Tom. He's still all over the internet. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like, yeah,
Oh no,
you got to do it, Eric. You got to do it.
they already got me on a few watch lists. Oh yeah, for sure. The things that I have searched, yeah. Even just trying to like, you know, get Tails on a bootable drive would probably get you definitely get you on the suspicious list.
Yeah.
Oh, someone was asking. My dog's name's Niska. Come here, Niska.
Are we doing doggo time?
No? Yeah. Well, no, she's just wants belly rubs.
Those selfish animals.
Tails. Yeah. It's a very one-sided relationship.
I think my dog.
Come here, Niska. Come here. Yeah, Tails definitely ghosts. Yeah. I actually your video was very helpful. I was able to get it on a bootable. Was not successful with Callie though. I wasn't able to get Callie on a bootable.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget about onion tours. Yeah, and then garlicking, Justin. Yeah. I haven't explored that area yet of garlicking, but the onion tours, yeah, we've had to do some open source intel with the dark web, which just looks like a browser, or it just looks like a plain old like interface. It's nothing like Matrix style that people think it is.
All right, Nicole, you hold the chat. I'll be right back.
How's the folding antenna working out? Oh, that sounds like it's for Tim. Good. Have you tried onion share? And did you run into that weird bug where you're almost done install? Yeah. So I ran into that issue. I just started doing the instead I just put it on a virtual machine and then just went from there, because that seemed to have worked, and that works for what I do. Callie running on a phone hooked up to Callie on a Pi. What? It's like a Inception kind of thing. I have not tried Onion Share Ghost.
All right. So, what are your future plans? What direction do you think you're going to go as far as radio and tech, and where do you want to see yourself?
Where do I want to see myself?
In the
I
hobby.
definitely want to, yeah, in the hobby of ham radio. I definitely want to be more well versed in. I'm working on my general license. Well, extra. Yeah, extra by July did not happen because of the typhoon. But yeah, so I feel like I don't have like really, just when you have your tech license, I just feel like you're not like, you can probably do a lot of things more than I think I could, but I feel like you're like, for here, I'm not getting the most out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's like a hindering. So I need to like broaden all the bands that I can I can tinker with without thinking if I can or can't. So yeah, I'm working on my studying for that, but I'm also getting ready to register for more classes because I on a brief hiatus with like business and everything. So I'm going to be working on my Security Plus Slice certification for my main like degree focus. Yeah, I'm going to be getting into like this cyber law area, like digital law and privacy, I think, is one of my next classes. So with the channel, the direction I'm going to go, because I'm thinking of so many different ideas, like, topic ideas, I feel like I'm going to go in the order in which I have learned so that it kind of all comes together
Yeah.
at the end, like, so that it's not like all like branched out completely like sporadic, so I'm going in the order that I've learned things, and very very basic, and trying to get it to a point where it's easy to understand for people who are not very familiar with it.
Yeah.
But my main goal is to just bring some awareness to like privacy and maintaining digital footprint. Like I do like things like secure key, like, so I have this and it gets into all my accounts. And you won't be able to do it with a passport. You have to physically have a key. And they do some that have biometrics on it. So like I'm really, really, really big on like trying to lock down everything I have, almost to the point where sometimes I'll even forget how to get into things. Like that's how locked down it is. So there's been a few times when I've had to reset my YubiKey. Yeah, Ricker, it's a YubiKey. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I first found out about that from Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course, who's actually on in 30 minutes. And I saw that, and I don't have the mental bandwidth to try to figure it out. So like,
It's stupid easy.
it's just one of those things. I'm not a high tech digital person, so I'm learning as I go, and that's definitely on my list of things I would like to do is have a YubiKey and then not worry about forgetting things, forgetting passwords, forgetting whatever the case may be. You have it all there. Jimmy jam it in there, good to go. And it's
Yeah,
important,
yeah.
especially
So
nowadays with people build careers off of YouTubing, and then somebody goes in there and just wrecks it all. You know what I mean? Two, what is it called? Two-phase authentication or whatever.
the MFA, multi-factor
Yeah,
authentication.
that
Yeah.
that takes you far, but having a YubiKey it seems like it's a good idea for sure. It's important to try to
Yeah.
lock
So
down your digital life.
Yeah, YubiKey has been around for a while. I mean, like something equivalent to that are like the RSA badges that people with TSCs, they use RSA badges. It's similar to that. There's a lot of government agencies that use YubiKeys, and it's very handy. What sucks is when you don't have your YubiKey and you're somewhere else trying to get in, you cannot get in. Like like you gotta physically have that on you. And crazy story is Liam, my husband, he got his credit stolen. Like just it was during the AT&T data breach, and so his whole identity was stolen, and it
Yikes.
was a huge like a credit freeze for like a year, and it was terrible, and he couldn't figure out, like, I've been nagging him about it, about like you can't have a password for the same password for every single thing that you log into, and oh, are you guilty of that? Yeah, you can't have a password for every single thing.
I've been doing better. I've been doing a lot better.
Yeah, no. And so I was like, you need to get on a password manager and you need to have, and so I set him up with a YubiKey, and that is kind of where it took off. So he's still like, I'm still kind of like the household IT here.
Yeah, you're my household IT as well. It's just so you're tracking. I didn't know if you caught that or not, but I'm always bothering her at odd hours of the day. Hey, what's this? What's this thing? What's that thing? How do I do this? Just like when I'm gonna bother Eric offline to figure out how to work Linux, or Bricker. It's just stuff like that. I'm a slow learner when it comes to that stuff, but mostly because I've always been of the mindset that everything is going to collapse and computers going to be useless later on anyway. So I don't hop on the bandwagon. It's like stocks. I think it's all going to collapse.
Maybe it's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but then I'm missing out in the meantime. So it's just one of those things.
Enter password. It's password.
Password. So future video plans. What do you have that you think you may have coming up? What are you working on?
So this week I'm recording me putting together. I've been waiting to put together the satellite rig for some time because I wanted to do a video of it. So that's what I plan on doing. And then I'm going to be doing some OSINT content, and basically going through some things that a lot of people don't really think about when it comes to what's out there on the internet and how it could be used against you. So that's another video. So I'm trying to think like maybe I'll do like something ham radio related and something cybersecurity related and alternate between the two. And then at some point I would like to try to integrate the security aspect in ham radio, which, my thought is I'd like to see if that could be done.
Well,
which I don't think it can.
I think,
but
I think you're in the right space with the right people for support. There's a lot smarter people than me in the chat that could probably lend a hand. And that's the great thing about this hobby is people aren't just ham radio operators. They're coders. They're programmers. They're,
It's great. It's amazing.
It's so multifaceted. You have some people in the chat that are also overlanders, so you get that aspect, and they know how to fix things. And yeah, Dave's absolutely right.
Yeah,
everybody's here to help. Very smart people in this community, and and people need to understand those bad actors on Facebook aren't the community. They don't represent the community. They're not. Any person I've ever ran into reached out for help has helped. And, so that's one thing I want you to take away from this community is I have not met one person that said, hey, leave me alone. I don't want to help you type of thing. You can use it.
Oh, so this is...
You can
So... with the ham radio, like I feel like I'm so green in it still because I haven't really done much, to be honest. So like I didn't even know that I failed to use a PO box for getting my license. Had I known that, I would have done that.
Well, and that's the great thing is we have a club PO box for that exact reason.
Really?
Yes.
Did not know that.
That's the benefit. That's one of the benefits of being part of the club.
Yeah.
You can use.
Did not know
address.
that. Okay.
So yeah, and Eric's correct. If you use a PO box, keeps you off, and of course, if you don't want to use your own call sign, which I don't know why anybody would, but be it as it may,
yeah,
having a PO box gives you some sort of privacy. But also, if you use the club PO box, your mailbox doesn't get inundated with QSL cards. So there's another thing. But I love mail. I've had my PO box for years and years and years. And my favorite hobby outside of ham radio is mail. So I'm big into the QSL cards, collecting QSL cards, sending QSL cards, you name it. So, but yeah, you're more than welcome to use the club PO box.
Tight. I could change it. Okay.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Yeah.
If you upgrade or get a vanity call sign, you can update your address at the same time.
Good
Yeah,
to know. Good to know.
It's surprisingly easy, especially if you call them. I've never had a bad phone conversation with the FCC, oddly enough. But yeah, if you do plan on doing a vanity call, you could just do it all in one whack. Yeah, and that's Eric. That's a good point, which is why 90% of the 2x1 calls for KH2 are held by JAs who refuse to give them up. Nothing against JAs by any means, but all the 2x1s, the KH2 whatever, A through Z is taken. But that's all right. Anything else you want to go through, Nicole? Or
Man, I can't think of anything. Yeah, this was kind of like I said, I didn't really prepare for this, even though I knew it was coming a week ahead. So, like, I'm a terrible planner.
yeah, I mean, as am I. I just hop on here and spew whatever's knocking around my brain at the time. I pre-plan Wednesday on a topic, and then I just roll with it.
What CS classes did I teach? Computer science class. So I worked, now when you think of it, when I say it, it's going to sound so downgraded, but it's crazy how the curriculum was. So it was for an elementary school. So I was doing computer science for an elementary school. For the primary grades, I taught about digital footprint. So that's what kind of got me into the whole cybersecurity part, is because I'm seeing all these children that I'm teaching, and they're like, I remember going to school and not having a computer, and they're touching like technology, like, you know, at a very, very young age. And so I'm teaching them about digital citizenship. And then for my 4th and 5th graders, we were doing Python. So that was really fun. Yeah, at the elementary level, we were talking about digital footprint, how to maintain it, how to be safe as a kid online. And I feel like that really was like a call where I was like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna step away, because it kind of freaked me out a little bit, because there's like 5 to 10-year-olds who are having to learn how to access the web and what not to do. But yeah, screen babies. Yeah, it wasn't a thing in the 90s. Yeah, and then like the 4th and 5th graders, we made like arcade machines with Raspberry Pis. They did Python. We did game design, which is what made me get into streaming, because for video games, is because that they love to watch streamers. So that was my way to connect with 4th and 5th graders. It was like the way of being a cool teacher at the time. So yeah, it's crazy how kids are just deep into technology now.
Eric, just send me a message. Yeah, that's what we had in elementary school, Bob, was the old Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
And if anybody else remembers Word Munchers, I was a big Word Munchers person.
Is that the one with the caterpillar and you have to type?
No, you're like a little frog, and you gotta like munch vowels or numbers, and then
okay.
hang on, let me show you. Word Munchers. It was right around the same time as Oregon Trail. Yeah, so E as in Bell, so you would have to munch all the words that sounded like Bell, or with the E that, you know, and then there was like superhero levels and anyhow. Um, where'd you go?
I've never seen that.
Really?
I've never seen that.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Now the stuff that I had in school, like they were like really, really big, bulky computers, and they were green and black, and that was it.
Yeah, you stick the
Like that's
floppy,
how.
the big old floppy disk in, and then lock it in.
Yeah, the actual floppy
The
disk, like
floppy,
it's
not
like
the.
it's floppy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's not the hard cased floppy.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the floppy disk, the size of your head, and it couldn't hold a text document.
Learning about card catalogs in the library, and like the normal stuff.
Yeah, that was a whole lesson. It's funny when I was teaching, I wrote on the board in cursive. None of them can read it.
I know
It's
it's
crazy.
shocking.
Yeah, they looked at me and they were like, what is that on the board? And I looked and I stopped and I was like, you mean to tell me you can't read that? Yeah. And it was worse than when I was teaching in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
They could
I
not
also miss
read.
the '80s.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
yeah,
I
it's
turned
bad.
40. I turned 40 today.
Wait, what? Today's your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. You know,
Thanks.
it's funny. Liam's birthday was like last week.
Yeah.
July kids.
The old cancers upon society. Oh, I'm officially old. Oh, so here, check this out. So, Nicole, were you watching last? You were watching last week when I showed everybody this antenna.
Oh yeah, someone was asking about that antenna.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Perfect.
So check it out. So this is the antenna. It's the mat. Hold on. I gotta move you. So it's called the Magical Ant Pocket UV Dual Band Yagi Antenna 100 watt with BNC female connector. This thing works pretty well, surprisingly. Eric, I know, I'm sure you'll say something about it. Hey, Andrew, welcome to the chat, buddy. Thanks, man. So yeah, this Chris Bricker, Mr. Man in the chat, decided to say, hey, check out this antenna. It's spring loaded and whatever. It folds up really compact. It's got like, the military bungees in it. It's only got a reflector and director for 2 meters, and then it's got 4 elements for the 70 centimeter. I'm assuming there's some sort of duplexer in the handle. It's fairly thick. It works really well, Eric. Believe it or not. It's very narrow, but other than that, it works pretty well. So that's my review of it. I wanted to. I would say if you're looking for, a less expensive option, right around the same price as the ARRL antenna, try this one out. It folds up compact. There we go. I mean, this is how it comes, and then they give you this decent bag, very, very compact. It's right around 2 feet long, maybe less, 18 inches. What do they say about it? Item specifications. Length 965 millimeters. 8 dBi for UHF, 6 dBi for VHF. Power capacity is, I'm not even showing you. Power capacity is 25 watts, even though up top it says 100 watts with BNC female connector. Power endurance is 100 watts, but then it says power capacity 25 watts. You got to give it a try. I mean, if you have $100 laying around and you want something to spend on, it's nice to have, like especially if somebody wants to try out satellites, I can lend this to them. Just one of those things. I should get one. Helps with running away after the pass is over. That's right. Gotta in and out, Eric. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys that. And what else? We'll do video news. So as I'm sure everybody watched, I hope everybody watched, we had Starship. So I want everybody to look at the bottom left of the screen. At the bottom left of the screen, as soon as it ignites, where is it? There. So if you look at the bottom left of the screen, you see that 4 of the Raptors did not fire, which triggered a shutdown of the launch. So it's basically a fail-safe. And if I can play it again. Justin, drop your call in the chat again. Let's take a look.
No Starship launch today. We'll dig in with the teams, figure out what happened, and figure out when our next attempt is going to be.
So that was that. And then Elon released that SpaceX is now targeting Monday, July 20th for the launch of Starship Flight 13. I don't have a time yet. But if we go... We'll go to upcoming Starship. So Tuesday, 8:45 local time here. So 18:45 Eastern for liftoff. Oh, there's your audio. So in the Discord, we usually do like a lot of people get in there before launch, and we'll just chat about it and have a lot of fun in there. What do you think about Team India? For their rockets, Clay? Let's see. KJ5 HTB.
There's always a launch.
Yeah, that's multiple a day now at this point.
Yeah.
What in the world? Look at this thing. No, I hadn't watched it yet, Clay. I saw it. I just didn't get a chance to take a peek at it.
Vikram 1. Vikram, right?
Vikram?
Vikram? I'm terrible with names.
I think that's what they call it. Previous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Vikram 1, Skyroot, demo flight. Sorry. There we go. Launch success. First launch of Vikram 1, first privately developed Indian rocket to reach orbit.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oh.
No payload, they just went up, I'm assuming. First mission, 170th orbital launch attempt. I'll do some more digging on it. I will do some more digging. They did put up a ham sat. Let me see. D-cubed. In-orbit robotic arm embrace. Solaris S3 satellite. Copy. Let's see. Designed to actively involve amateur radio community, transmit beacon telemetry, which can be decoded and analyzed by amateur radio operators, health monitoring, propagation studies. Very cool. Space app. They need to put more, you know, never mind the SSDV. They need to start putting more satellites in orbit that have amateur radio packages. I know it's expensive, but holy smokes, we need more voice repeaters. Surprised because Indians are really smart people. Yes, they are. I think they had a bunch of sats. I would think that the way they would be way more advanced, not trying to be negative or anything. I think it's just, I think what it comes down, I mean, look at the US. We were active in the 70s, late 60s, 70s, and then nothing for 40 years, and now all of a sudden we're a space entity again. I think it's just more of,
It's like the next Sputnik moment.
yeah. Maybe it's just every time there's a space race, everybody wants to get involved. And money, yeah. I mean, it's SpaceX is definitely making it significantly more inexpensive, but it still is pretty expensive. Oh, well, sorry, I lost track of time. Nicole, you have any parting wisdom for the chat? Hey, Don.
Parting. Well, I would appreciate if you guys subscribe. I'm going to be posting some videos very shortly, hopefully this week. I'm trying to do 3 times a week just to build up a pipeline of just content on it. And then definitely join the Discord, because that's where if you don't catch it on an upload, you're going to catch it in the Discord. Any news and well-educated people that are on there can congregate and just have fun in there. So yeah, so that's what I have for you.
Well,
Thank you for watching that. Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. I know it was a little last minute, but I do appreciate it, and you are welcome back anytime if you want to be a regular hopper honor. Nicole, are you able to drop your link to your Discord in there?
Yeah, let's see. I think yeah, let me see if I can pull it up. Might also be in the channel too. I think I have a forever link in there. Let's see. Am I able to post a link here? Let's see. Okay, I posted one, but it doesn't show up as a link. So, a clickable link.
Well, I will put it in my I'll put it in the show notes here after the stream.
And then yeah.
And then just subscribe to Nicole's channel. And that's all about it, folks. So thank you, Nicole, for joining, and thank you all for joining the stream. I hope you had fun.
Thank you.
And we will do it all again next week with hopefully some more riveting space news. And 73.
Three.
Yeah.